Hi everyone, I'm your host Sophia and welcome back to the Startup Series. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to turn your idea from an idea into a business. Now obviously the factor in this is usually finance. It's how can we scale a business or go from here to here without the monetary factor. So I'm going to focus on that today. There are so many other factors that come with this, but let's focus on finance today. There are 3 ways to get your business off the ground. One of them is to apply for SEIS, which is Seed Enterprise Investment Scheme. The reason you should do this is because a lot of pre-seed funds, which is idea stage funds, MVP stage funds, it's kind of for companies that haven't become revenue generating just yet. And there are loads of investment firms that would invest in startups that have this already. So I'm going to link the link below, and you have to fill out a couple of forms. But usually if you've just incorporated your business or you've incorporated it a few months ago, you can apply for this. And I would urge you to. It's so much easier to get investment up to, I think it's 150K. Than you would without it. It's so much easier. And I'm going to list some investment firms that kind of do it. You've got Worth Capital, you've got Fuel Ventures, Hatch. I'm going to list a few of them in the description below. So what I would suggest is apply for SEIS. It usually takes around 6 weeks for them to come back to you. You also have to apply for advanced assurance. I think you can do it in both though. And then you can apply to one of those startup investment firms. Honestly, so much easier. The second one I would say is to just go for a government-backed loan. You will still have to pay this back. However, if you have like an e-commerce business and you just need a small amount of capital, say 5 to 15 grand, you can get more than that, but I wouldn't suggest getting more than that. You can just apply for a government-backed loan. I've listed the link below in the description. Again, there's a few things you will have to do to secure the loan, but I think when I did it, I managed to get it about 3 weeks after applying, so it was amazing. I applied for 15 grand. Now just remember that you will have to start paying this loan back, and to give you some context, so it's interest free and you don't pay anything back for the first 6 months, but then it's 6.9% APR. So I'm paying about £290 a month back. So it's hefty. So think about it and think about how much you're taking out and what you're going to spend this money on. I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I really fucked it up. I spent the money on trademarks and legal fees and on brokers who I thought could help introduce me to investors. I fucked it all up completely. What I would suggest you do is be smart with that investment. Have a look at what you really need to spend the money on. If it's an e-commerce business, focus on inventory. Focus on managing that inventory and kind of your runway. Let's say you have 5 grand. I promise you can make that work. With a lot of it in e-commerce, it will be going towards your marketing. So I would say budget for inventory and then budget for your ad spend and influencer marketing spend. Focus there on the marketing and the stock side of things. When it comes to tech, it's a bit more difficult, but from going through it, I would suggest put that money towards building the first version of an app which is revenue generating. Don't be fooled by all of those cowboys. Watch my video, I think 2 videos before, where I don't talk about this. You want to be going to a developer. Now, building an MVP revenue generating, I think mine's cost about 15K in total, maybe a bit more now, but about 15K. So that loan could have paid for the whole thing. So I kind of screwed myself there, which is annoying. But yeah, that's what I'd suggest you do. If anybody wants to talk more about it, because I have real world experience with this, my email is below, contact me below, feel free to comment and I'll get back to you. And yeah, always like and subscribe, of course. The number three way of taking your idea to business stage is to bootstrap. Now, there's a book that I would recommend called Money, I think it's called Money Management. It's amazing. I'm going to link it below. Get that book because it shows you how to manage your finances. And actually, by doing this, I actually managed to save a lot. So before, I was on a salary of, what did I start on? I was on 27k a year when I started the business. I then went up to 30k, and then my salary significantly increased from there, because you just become a bit braver with asking for things. And I've just been really fortunate in how I've gone about my money management. But I would say, look at that, focus on creating a spreadsheet, and then from there, look at what you can scale back on. So I don't get my nails done anymore. I do that myself. I don't get my eyelashes done. I don't drink as much. My priorities have really shifted because I've focused more on my startup. I am going to link absolutely everything here, but I would say read this book because it will change your life. And it really did. It really changed mine from a holistic point of view, but also from a finance point of view as well, because you're really focusing on yourself and what you're doing with your life. I actually live in my own apartment now because of this book. It really changed everything for me. Before, I was living at home, and I thought that's how my life was going to be until this startup was off the ground. But that is another thing I want to say to you. You don't have to sacrifice your mental well-being to pursue your dreams. You don't. I'm going to say that one more time. You don't have to sacrifice your mental well-being to pursue your dreams. Just remember that, because a lot of people do it, and I did it. I moved home with an abusive parent, and I thought that I needed to do that to save money to get my business off the ground. It wasn't the case. I had to do the opposite, where I had to take risks in my day job. I had to ask for more money. I had to work harder. And that's exactly what I did. And this time last year, I moved out of that abusive home. And now I'm pursuing my startup, still able to pay everything and bootstrap, but also live the life I want to live. But that has been me. I'm gonna leave it there. My name's Sophia Bomick, as you know, because you're watching my channel. Like and subscribe as always, and feel free to contact me so we can talk more about this. I'd love to hear your experience. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day and have an amazing Valentine's Day. Bye.